Crazy. This is the story about how I'm almost completely broke and almost homeless in Bali, Indonesia. All right, you guys, so I'm gonna give you the short and abbreviated version of this. I went to college when I was younger, and I went for music. I actually had a few well-paying gigs in terms of I went to college for writing music for video games and film. So I made a few thousand off of it. Obviously I could have made more. I had a lot of trouble with the networking aspect. Because a lot of conferences, like the Game Developers Conference, for example, is an annual international conference, and it did cost money to go there, to travel, to stay there, to pay for the event fees, things like that. There's a lot of things added up for me where I didn't save enough. I didn't really get a good financial education growing up, and it made it really difficult for me to basically build my finances or build my empire. So very consistently, it was like my bank account going like this. And then I got a remote job. I was able to move out to Asia, which has been amazing, and I'm still grateful even though this happened. So I had a remote job for a while, and that company closed down. And the short version of this is I was working for them for a while. The company closed down, and I was stubborn. I can admit this. So, I know there's a chance that there's going to be some judgmental comments or negative comments about this. Look, like I can admit that I've made some mistakes in my past, and that's why I'm in this situation. It's a reflection of my actions up until this point, and also a reflection maybe of my inner, self-worth, you could say. Like, I feel like maybe I had a scarcity mindset or a lack mindset based on the way I was raised. And I want to say something here that's really important. So, I don't believe in telling your old story to who you are right now. You can be anxious about the future, or you can be, you can tell yourself all these reasons why you're a victim, like, oh, I grew up this way, and that's why I can't make money. That's why I can't save money. I can't be this person because this thing happened to me. I don't believe in any of that. And it's helpful to know why you are a certain way, but none of that exists anymore. The past or the future, it doesn't exist, only the present. Which means that you have to start acting like the person you want to be now. Like, what does that best person embody? What are the traits of that person that saves money, that is a money magnet? Like, what do they do? What kind of work do they do? How do they help people? What are they passionate about? What would you do if you just had $1 million? How would you help people then? So again, like, there could be negative comments on this. Look, I've made mistakes, and all I can do, I was beating myself up about it for a while, shaming myself for it, and none of that really helps. I already went through that, so it doesn't really matter if someone else does it. Go ahead, bring your negative comments. It doesn't really matter to me. What I can say is I want you to learn from this with me. If you're watching this far, thank you. I want to help you as well. And I can't teach you finances yet. Maybe one day in the future, but I definitely can't coach you or teach you on finances. I want you guys to realize that it's not like I'm a YouTuber, I'm not a guru, I'm just like you watching, I'm learning and growing every day, and sometimes, life throws challenges at you, and we have to learn how to pivot and make it through it. So, all those sorts of things happened. The company that I was working for closed down, and I was stubborn a few times. Basically, I had a few offers thrown at me. For example, I had a really big life insurance offer. Like, I was doing sales in the past remotely, and I had a really big life insurance offer thrown at me where they were enticing me, like, oh, one of the new girls in her first year made like $300,000 US, which is nuts. Like, I've never even seen that kind of money in my life. I've never even had over 30K in my bank account, which is pretty sad, right? So I want to change that. I want to start being this new guy, this abundant guy. And I'm sharing this with you because I had a few opportunities like that, and I was stubborn. I was like, this isn't really in alignment with me, not something I really want to do. life insurance sounds soul sucking. Like, none of that is really something that I want to get into. So I was thinking that I would find something that would be a better match for me. And I had a couple opportunities like that come up, but it was never something I wanted to do. It was a lot of life insurance things, just things that weren't a good match. And even I had some sales mentors tell me, "Oh, dude, whatever you do, don't do life insurance." But I can admit to that. I think that I should have taken them in retrospect, because I wouldn't be in a tough financial situation now. Now, just to give you like a quick update with the current situation, I had a mentor who helped me, and so he got me a plane ticket for my visa run from Thailand to Bali, and I was in a pretty bad place then. I'm still kind of in a bad place, like 33, thinking about moving back home to the parents, but I really didn't have enough money for a plane ticket back home either. So he helped me get out here, and I didn't really have enough money in my bank account either. So when I got to the Bali airport, my ATM card wasn't working. So you might be able to guess what happens next. Is I got stuck sleeping on the airport bench overnight. And that was not the worst sleep I've ever had, but definitely the worst bed. Just really hard, really uncomfortable. And I'm getting a lot of situations lately that are very humbling for me. And I think this is good for some perspective. I don't wish that this happens to anybody. You can see, like I'm so exhausted. Like, these little things, financial, the stress, being in survival mode, like fight or flight mode, this anxiety, you're being basically bankrupt and homeless almost in Bali. And so, I just want to share this with you guys because, I think there are some lessons to be taken from this. Maybe don't be as stubborn as I was about accepting a job that you're not that into. Sometimes you got to take a day job for a little while to pay the bills, and that's okay. You can leave when you find something better. Just make sure that you put the effort in to find something better. So outside of the airport situation, I had a few people help me. I'm lucky to have some family still around that I'm connected to. So they were able to send me a little bit of money. Not too much. Again, like not really enough to fly back home to the U.S. And I think this might be a sign too. I knew I always wanted to live out here. So I got to put my 110% effort into making sure that I can stay out here, find another remote job. And I've got some people helping me now. I connected with a guy, a friend of mine actually from Instagram. His name is Tristan Social. You can check him out on Instagram. He wants me to help him a little bit here in Bali, and he's helped me get a place at the moment. So things are starting to look a little bit up, and so I'm getting some good signs at the moment. That the situation is going to turn around. I don't think there's too much else for me to say here at the moment. It's tough being almost homeless and almost completely bankrupt or completely broke. I don't recommend it. 0 out of 10. But man, all I can say is I'm grateful for life. I'm grateful for the people that I know, grateful for my friends, my family, grateful for having a roof over my head, food to eat. That's something that's happened during this situation too. Is like I had to skip meals. I used to eat 3 or 4 meals a day because I'm naturally really skinny. I go to the gym and I need to eat a lot. I lose weight really easily or stay skinny. I have a fast metabolism. So what happens is I had to eat 1 or 2 meals a day and just fast because I didn't really want to. But anyways, that's about all I can really tell you at the moment in terms of the story so far in Bali, and I will keep you guys updated. Also, if you guys are interested, you definitely don't have to, especially if you're in a tough financial situation as well. Please do not worry about it. I did leave my donation links below for Cash App, Zelle, Venmo. I can probably drop my Wise tag down there as well. But if you feel like that's something you want to do, you want to be able to help. I mean, of course, like I'm happy for that, but also, please don't feel the need to, because I understand how difficult it can be going through a tough financial situation. But take care, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
If we call it our white walls pitch black, turn all the lights off and lay back. We can make love with our bare hands. We can make light eyes.